Factorization, this is highest common factor. So a couple of questions you might see on this are something like the following. Factorize 3x plus 3. So quite simply here what you've got to do is you've got to try and factorize out what is the highest common factor between all of this expression. So you always look at the numbers first, and as you can see you've got a 3 there and a 3 there. So there's going to be between this term and this term there's a 3 in common, and you've got no letters in common. So you pull out the 3 and you open up a bracket. Now to decide what goes inside the brackets, you then go back to the original first term in the expression, which is 3x, and you say, okay, divide that by my highest common factor, which is 3, and you get an answer of x there. You get an answer of x, so that goes inside the brackets. And similarly there you've got a plus 3, so you get that plus 3 and you divide that by the highest common factor again, red 3, and you get just 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So that's x plus 1. And that's the question finished. But really what you should be doing, this should be abstracted away, as in you don't need to write down this stuff. However, it can be very useful and helpful to help you answer the question. On the next one here, we've got 5xy plus 15x. So we've got two kind of terms in here. We've got 5xy is the first term, and we've got plus 15x, which is the next term. So completely different things, and you're looking for some sort of link or something in common between them. So if we start off with the numbers, we've got a 5 and we've got a 15. So there's many factors of 5. Well, there's 2 factors in 5, 1 and 5. There is 3 factors in 15, 1, 5 and 15. The highest common factor between the two of them is 5. And now you've also got a letter in common here. You've got an x here and you've got an x here, so that's also in common. So that's why you pull out a 5x out of it that's in common between these two terms. You open up your bracket. To decide what goes inside, you look at the first term, which is the 5xy, and you're going to divide by this red 5x. So 5xy divided by red 5x. So the 5's will cancel, the x's will cancel, and you're left with y, and that's what's going to go inside the bracket there. Now you also have a plus 15x. Divide that by red 5x, because that's your highest common factor. 15 divided by 5 is 3. And the x's will cancel, so you just get a plus 3 there. That goes inside the brackets. Now also, something extra you should do to make doubly sure you're correct is multiply the expression out again. So 5x by y gives you 5xy, and 5x by 3 gives you 15x. So 5 by 3 is 15, 5x by 3 gives you 15x. Last question here, I think, 16a minus 8. So we've got to again try and find out what's in common between both of these terms in the expression. So you have 16a and we have an 8. So let's start off with the numbers. 16 and 8. So the highest common factor between the 16 and the 8 is an 8. And we've no letters in common, so we just pull out the 8. Open up a bracket. To decide what goes inside, we've got 16a here, and we're going to divide that by the red 8, and we're going to get 16 divided by 8 is 2, and it's going to be 2a. So it's just basically like halving it. And you've also got minus 8 divided by red 8. And be careful here, minus divided by plus, unlike signs give minus, 8 divided by 8 is 1. So you get minus 1. And don't forget your double check. 8 by 2 is 16, 8 by 2a is 16a. 8 by minus 1 plus by minus is minus, 8 by 1 is 8. And that is that finished.